Hello everyone, this is the Gallant family in Cambodia. It's been several years since we've been at your church, so we wanted to put together a video to explain about some of the things that God is doing here, and just what your prayer and financial investment continues to do in God's kingdom.
Even though we have been serving here since 2006, we are constantly being reminded just how much we need God and how it's His mission, and He is the one that leads and directs. His power is so important in all that we do, and this was really shown to us this year with our family's Bible verse. Let's say it together for the people back home.
God is able to do far more than we could ever ask for or imagine. He does everything by His power that is working in us. Give Him glory in the church and in Christ Jesus.
We do give God glory for all that He has been doing this past year, and we continue to recognize that the victories and movement forward in this ministry and in our family this past year have been because of His power that is working in us.
But enough of the commentary, let's get to it. What has God been doing here in Cambodia? One of the major efforts that we've undertaken this past year is what we call the Oral Curriculum Project, or the OC program.
The OC program is a curriculum project that is working to create video modules that can be used to train new leaders here in Cambodia, where the majority of new Christian leaders don't have access to theological training. Also, the Khmer culture is not a literate culture. Books, articles, training pamphlets are not very effective in Cambodia. Not that the Khmer people can't read. Instead, they learn better by watching and discussing because they are an oral culture, where most information is passed along by word of mouth or example. It is for this reason that the OC program here in Cambodia is focused on bringing video modules that can be accessed online or electronically wherever or whenever the leader is able to study. The overall goal of the program is for leaders to be ordained.
But the introductory levels of leading self and leading others help people to not only learn how to study the Bible and learn to be obedient to Jesus, but also they learn how to share that knowledge with others and disciple new people in the faith. We work with a great team of Khmer pastors who are working to develop the program, create the videos, and do the production work, and then follow up with the students. We're also very blessed to be working with the people from the Bible Project to localize their material into Khmer. Here's one video that we completed from their How to Read the Bible series, where we have taken their material and translated into Khmer. We are also using some of these videos in our training modules, and they work well to help train up our new leaders. We are excited that the first videos are being tested by our first students in the program, so please keep praying and asking for God's blessing on this exciting program. If you want to know more about the program or how you can get involved, you can go to the Global Partners website and search for Oral Curriculum, and you can find more information about this project here in Cambodia.
We are also really excited about the Community Health Evangelism program that we are conducting in several villages in Cambodia. Community Health Evangelism, or CHE, is a community development program that utilizes community volunteers to bring health education lessons to interested people in their community. Each lesson is tied to spiritual truths, like the lesson on heart health that was tied to the story of the prodigal son. As these lessons continue to go out into the community then decides what new health concerns they might have and how they would like to continue to develop their health awareness and care. This past year, it was our privilege to train 2 volunteers from this area, who, by the way, are not Christians, and it is exciting to hear how God is using these lessons as they interact daily in their villages to encourage their neighbors. God has been opening many doors with this program, and we are very excited to see how it will continue to develop in the new year. Please pray especially for these 2 men, that the light of the gospel would penetrate their lives, and that they would become spiritual leaders in their community.
In November of 2018, we celebrated the ordination of 2 of our leaders here in Cambodia. The ordination of leaders has been a big emphasis of Global Partners over the past few years with their Amplified Leaders initiative, so this was especially important for us here on the field. Sot Khan and Kong Kim Sua have been with the Wesleyan Church for many years, working as pastors, leaders, and most recently as our curriculum developers in the OC program. They worked through the entirety of the ordination requirements, and we were blessed to have David Drury, the Chief of Staff of the Wesleyan Church of North America, come to perform the ordination.
In addition to both of us being mission directors here on the field of Cambodia, Tim has also accepted the responsibility in Global Partners to serve as Regional Director in the Asia-Pacific area.
Part of my job with this is to stay in regular communication with leaders and to do field visits every year. These visits are a joy because I not only get to see and hear what God is doing in other contexts, I get to assist and encourage these leaders in the development of the church. In this past year, I've traveled to Japan for meetings with the missionaries there and the church leadership, Thailand for Global Partners leadership meetings, Papua New Guinea to assist at their graduation and national conference, and then in Indonesia to help develop a coffee growing project that will help the church achieve financial independence and growth.
At the production of this video, we were just coming out of our Christmas season here in Cambodia, and we wanted to give you a little taste of the events that make up Christmas in 2018.
Christmas here is a little different than it is in the United States. The peaceful service reflecting on Jesus' birth that we have in the U.S. are replaced by wild and exciting birthday parties for Jesus. They celebrate the birth of the Christ, and they really do celebrate. There are speakers, plays, special songs, and the community leaders are all invited. People dress up, prepare special foods like curry, and generally go all out for the occasion. In addition to the update about the ministry, we also wanted to give a short update about the kids in their school. Tiffany continues to do a great job homeschooling the kids, and they're really growing and developing every day.
One of the really fun things that we have been able to do in the past year is to be part of a homeschooling co-op where we meet together every Tuesday with other homeschooling families for shared lessons and projects that all flow into a drama at the end of the semester that is centered around one single topic. This past year, the topic was C.S. Lewis, focusing on his series Chronicles of Narnia. All semester, our kids worked on the drama for the presentation of Prince Caspian. We created the props for the drama, learned about the medieval time period, and in writing class did research projects about the life of Lewis, his writings, and his family. Here you are seeing Katie and her group doing their C.S. Lewis presentation in front of the entire class.
But the crowning event of the semester was the actual performance of the play. I don't know how they pulled it off, but they took over 30 children, ages 5 to 17, and created a performance that was entertaining and powerful. Being some of the youngest children, our kids' role were relatively small. Katie was a hare and Johnny was a hedgehog, but they loved being a part of the production. Tiffany, harking back to her past work in drama and theater, served as the backstage manager and worked tirelessly with the director to prepare the production.
2018 was an exciting year, but it also had some challenges. I was sick for several months with pneumonia and then typhoid, and I'm even now still feeling the results of those sicknesses. Katie broke her foot and was on crutches for almost 3 months, including on trips to Thailand and Japan where we had to wheel her around in a wheelchair.
It was also a hard year because we had to say goodbye to team members who returned to Canada. But we also had 2 great short-term interns come to serve on the Cambodian field in 2018, who are considering coming back for longer terms of service. We know that God's work through what the Wesleyan Church is doing here is bigger than the 2 of us and requires more people to come and join in the mission. Please pray for these new team members and for our family as well. We feel so blessed to be here on the field of Cambodia. You have heard about some of the things that God has allowed us to be a part of, but there are so many more, like facilitating pastors' visits and the retreat, Tiffany on the leadership team for the area conferences, and watching our kids learn and grow and be active parts of the ministry of our family, like ministering to the kids when we go out for the Che lessons.
It was a really full and rewarding year, but as we said at the beginning, it happened because of the power of God working in us.
We also want to thank you for your prayers and your support. Your investment and sacrifice in missions and in God's kingdom make our work here in Cambodia possible. So we want to challenge you to continue to grow in your faithfulness to pray, to give, and to go and to serve in your own context and possibly even in other contexts around the world. God's blessings to you, and thank you again for your investment in the Gallant family here in Cambodia. All right, everybody say goodbye.
Goodbye.